We're back with another episode of Toon Talk TV, the #1 animated podcast on YouTube. Guys, it's Halloween. It's spooky season. It's October. What's on the docket, dude? We chasing ghouls. We doing some slashers. We murdering people.
Oh,
what do we do on this pod?
Death.
I was thinking nice trick or treat. Nice candy.
Fucking creep
not
over
really
here, dude.
Spooky, real nice. Kids,
Well,
Can't get creepier than that, man.
If you want to see a couple of creators pull some razor blades out of some candy, this is the YouTube for you.
Or
this
put
is
them in
the
there,
pod for
dude.
you.
Or
put them in
them
there.
in there. Yeah.
So it being October and us being the degenerates that we are, we decided to pull out a few more horror-themed tunes for the pod coming up, and we're starting with a good one. I thought
it was a really good one. I thought that was a good pick.
It was.
I thought, or it's called Death and the Winemaker, and I don't want to butcher this name, but I'm going to try to pronounce it. Victor Jacquier, I believe.
Hakir, maybe.
I
think Ja.
Maybe.
Hakir.
It's French. It's
Jacquier.
isn't it? I don't know.
Jacquier?
Jacquier.
Victor, I apologize if you're watching this for the butchering of your last name. Just want to get it right, but this was a fantastic tune, my friend. It was a little on the longer side. It's something a little bit longer than what we traditionally do. It comes in at a little under 17 minutes, but worth the watch. If you're a fan of the creepy elements of things, it touches on that very, very well. Over 25 plus people touched this tune. 13 animators alone fucked with this thing. But I'm not too sure if you guys. So this was on the Alter YouTube channel, but reading through some stuff, it was Imagine a Studio. So I don't know if it was an Alter.
I think Victor is attached to Imagina, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be the case, but I could also tell that Alter is a film fest. Well, Alter has a film fest called Alter and Dust, where they take all those submissions and put it on their platform, and it's like a horror-based, platform.
Creepy, scary stuff.
Yeah. So they may have made it and then for themselves, and then put it in that film festival because it works so well with their theme.
So Bob, just initial thoughts watching this. What'd you think?
That seriously, first of all, I thought the story was done so well that I was kind of amazed that if someone created this. And after reading a little into it, it sounded like they based it on a Swiss tale of basically we have our fairy tales. This is one of their Swiss tales, which makes more sense to me because this felt it felt so pure, like of a tale, like something that something Disney puts out.
Night.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. So it was executed so well. You could tell that many people worked on it, from the art in this, the backgrounds, the animation. It was all such a quality piece that it really kind of made me think, I can't believe that this is on YouTube opposed to just being like a
Netflix short or something.
Sure, exactly. And that kind of tell it says a little about where the animation industry is going, and I feel like a lot more animations are being crowdfunded and put together by the fans funding it. I'm not sure if that was totally the case with this one, but it's amazing the quality that we're getting out of tunes being put on primarily YouTube these days.
Agreed. Fred, tossing this to you. What stood out the most from this animation?
Interestingly, I thought the backgrounds were fucking gorgeous. And did you catch who did those?
No.
So Victor wrote it. Well, this was written by, directed by, and he was the background artist as well.
Wow.
So
a lot of work.
I thought it was just a really interesting because at first off he puts his name out there like written and directed by, and then as all the like names go really fast across the page, animated by like all these people, and then background artist Victor, he just passed it by. But I thought that was one of the coolest things about this short. It was really unique. It was real spooky, and it was super detailed. It had its own. It had a lot of character to it. And the character design, I really liked a lot. The winemaker, that schnoz on that guy, dude. It's quite the schnoz, dude. Yeah. But yeah, it was just a real, like, it was a good Halloween pick, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was just a spooky overall. And as the short goes on, it gets freaky, man. Some of the visuals, like the skeletons in the sky, the people just like the death and
dying.
shit.
Even
Oh my!
Even death. That's a naked woman, and it's still like pretty like freaky. You know what I mean? Like it's creepy character design.
I would have just let her drink the wine, dude. Would have just done it.
No,
Yo,
dude,
now,
he had to save Matilda, dude.
Yo,
Yeah.
so check this out though. Why in the world would he let it out at the time that he did? I feel like just keep death in there, buried forever. There's no, you know, your wife hates you, dude. It's over with. Just you know, why destroy her with death? I don't know.
That's the lesson of the tale, dude. It's like
Dude.
Everyone wants to die. I get it. I get it. I get it. At a point, you just gotta.
As it is, death needs to happen. You know, it's a part of life.
So
I
it's not, well, I don't find it humorous, but I do think that it got to the point where everyone's just bag of meat and jelly, and they're just like, I got it. Like, I just want to die. I want to die. I can't do anything anymore.
Even that character design of all like the old people, like that was done very well.
So from a story standpoint, you guys touched on it perfectly. It was well written. It did have that fairy tale, urban legend type feel. I will say though, because I am very nitpicky with some things, it did feel like there was a moment where it got kind of predictable. But I feel like sometimes you need it being a short. It needed to wrap up nicely. There's a part where he goes on the journey, and I'm like, how are they going to wrap this? It's already almost halfway done. How is he going to go on a journey, come back in time to finish out the rest of the story? And then, not being a plot twist, but I was like, that schnoz matches the plague doctor.
Yeah. I can
That's
see
gonna
that
be
from a
him
mile
at
away.
the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Well, I mean, you got to also think if it's a Swiss traditional tale, I feel like a lot of these old tales, like a lot of stories that we've seen before are inspired from these old tales.
Yeah,
so how could
you're right.
it not be predictable at
Yeah.
that point? But
Yeah.
I understand what you mean as well. It's like,
Still hit pretty good.
Yeah.
What do we got? Any final thoughts for this one? I mean, we're going to link this in the description below. But yeah.
Just
what do we
another
got?
fun fact about this one. I saw that it took, with all those people, it took 2 years to create, but like pre-development wise, from like the start of it to where it hit festivals, 7 years it took to
Wow.
make.
God damn it.
Wow.
And I'd say it shows. Like I really thought that was executed pretty
Beautifully.
Pretty beautiful. Yep.
So I got a question for you guys. Mick, let me ask you first. And it sort of goes along with this concept. If you had, like, we're getting into a time where robots are going to exist. We can put our minds into like a robot and live forever, potentially. It's getting to that time in history. Would you want to live forever if you had the opportunity, or would you die when you had to?
So am I putting my brain into a robot?
We don't know yet. We don't know how that process is going to be. It's
the-
just the idea of, would you live forever if you could?
There's a part of me that says yes. Like, there's a part of me that would love to be a vampire, and I'm just like feasting on people all over the world and just watching centuries go by. But then there's a part of me where it's like, well, fuck, that's gonna get kind of lonely if you're the only one that's living forever, and everyone, you're just seeing all the people you like live and die and live and die. So, but I'm gonna say yes, I would. What about you?
You're gonna live forever.
I'm doing it, dude.
You said all the good things about not living forever, and then you're like, yeah, but I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah.
What about you, Bob?
Just for the same reasons you just said, I don't think I would. At a
Yeah, I
point,
don't want
like,
to either.
That would get boring and lonely. Like you said, at a point you'd just be evil. There's no way in hell that I wouldn't turn evil and just want to destroy everything.
But if you live forever, you get the chance to become evil and then redeem yourself and start all over.
There's a story right there.
That's
a good story right there. Yeah, it's a great story.
Yeah. What about you, Fred?
That was it. That's
Oh,
all
you
I
would?
had. Yeah.
But wait, would you do?
No. I agree with Bob. I don't want to live forever. I mean, the good thing about living forever would be able to see progress. I think the most interesting thing is to be able to see like what the future looks like, because I feel like if we had a time machine that just plopped us into a million years into the future, I think our heads would explode. Like if we just showed up and didn't see the progression, we'd be like what is going on, man, and just want to die right there. But if we could understand the progression, then maybe. I don't know.
There's that funny little part on before we wrap this up. Again, we'll link this all in the description. Be sure and like, follow, and subscribe. But there's that little funny skit on Rick and Morty where Jerry gets turned into the piece of wood, and he's like in the river. And
That's a good one. That's a great
he
one.
sees the future and he goes, "Christianity, you went full circle again." He's like,
That was a great one. Yeah.
Anyhow, be sure and check out Death in the Winemaker, and check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/wearethetelevision. We will be back next week with some more spooky tunes for you guys. If you like the video, like, follow, and subscribe.
We are the television.